Howdy guys, I'm back with more Path of Exile, the Fall of Oriath. I'm currently in the Solaris Temple. I just zoned in here. And currently working on Act 3. Still haven't got to all the new stuff yet, which is such a bummer, but hopefully I'll be there soon enough. I don't think I'll probably finish Act 3 today. I'll try, but I don't think I'll be able to. But like I said, I'll try. I don't know, with this big awesome weapon I have, it might end up pretty easy to finish Act 3. Adds knockback to melee attacks during flask effect. Sure, why not? That might be kind of fun to play around with. So yeah, I hit level 29 off camera, and I did a little Vol area that gave me a Vol molten shell, so I just have that thrown in there right now for laughs, no particular reason. So, yeah, I have to go to a friggin' wedding, like, later on today, so, well, tomorrow, I guess, but, I'm not really looking forward to it, and I really hate that it's putting a hamper in my Oriath dreams here, you know, but it is what it is, so I'll probably be away, well, I'm not probably, I will be away for a few days while I'm off at the wedding, and, yeah, I just snorted with that because, ugh, weddings. So I'll be away doing that, so probably won't have any PoE uploads while I'm gone, which really blows. I really wanted to go, I wanted to try to make it to Oriath before I left so I could, ooh, we have a little Harbinger dude here. Yeah, see? Let's see, that first symbol, I can't mouse over him. That first symbol is supposed to mean Harbinger, and one of those symbols I think is supposed to mean movement, the one that looks like it's like little legs or something. Can't really mouse over him long enough to really be able to tell, but yeah, the oh. Alright, well that guy, I didn't even see that guy in the corner there, the little spirit dude. Bummer. But yeah, so I'm salty about having to... Oh, hey, it's Elrion, finally!
God bless you on this fine day, Exile.
Alright, let's talk to Elrion. I don't know where you've been, man.
And thus, my prayers are answered. None too soon, neither. Don't look so perplexed, Exile. It's simple. God has sent you to help me look after the relics. The few remaining islands of faith in this sea of sin. The corrupted, they hunger to see faith gone for good. Chewed up and spat out by the nightmare. Not while you and I live and breathe, right, Exile?
Uh-huh.
Sadly, this holy site has fallen to the corrupted already. It's our duty to put the poor, bastard place out of its misery. The corrupted draw strength from twisted spots like this, you see. Can't be having that now. So lay about you, Exile, and quickly now. Lest Nightmare sense our cause and choose to tighten its grip on this place.
Alright, so I gotta just get these things down in a minute. I think I can handle that with my big, beefy weapon anyway. Oh yeah, easy enough.
That was some damn divine slaughter you delivered there, Crusader. You did God proud today. You come visit me in Line-Eye's Watch next time you're there, for I've more crusading where that came from. I think God's taken a bit of a shine to you, Crusader. Come and chew the fat with me next time you're in Line-Eye's Watch. I've a voice in my head telling me that you and I can do more for each other. Whether it's God's voice or not, I don't care to speculate. He's usually right, whoever he is.
Alright. This is the first time I've seen Elrion, so really glad I finally ran into him. Still, I don't have a master. Oops, doors. How do they work? Still don't have a master to level 3, so I still don't even have a hideout. Well, good thing I don't have to trade in SSF, so no worries about not necessarily having a hideout just now, even though it's still kind of awkward, so I would like to have one so that I can level up a couple of masters and do some dailies, but I guess I don't know why I haven't been running into them. I've found like 5,000 Vol side areas, but like hardly any master quests or missions, whatever. I haven't even seen Rurumiki yet. I don't know if they moved him or no. I don't think they like. I kind of for a minute there I was thinking, did they move Elrion to Act 3? But then he said Lion's Eye Watch, so that wouldn't really make any sense that he got moved. I just had the luck of not seeing him until just now, so that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Alright, so I think after I do this Gemling Queen stuff here, I'll be able to go do Sever the Right Hand, and that's the quest that's going to give me Cyclone, and I'm so excited to try that. I really, really, really want to use Cyclone. Like, Sunder's pretty awesome with this axe, but I've been just itching and hurting to try out Cyclone now that it's new and improved. I know it's taking me so long to get to that point, and I'm gonna be so happy when I'm finally there. Alright, this lady's a bit crazy, so let's give her some. Let me actually use my little Vol gems here. I've got 2 of them, and I'm not like using. I don't guess I probably shouldn't be using like 2 Vol gems, but these aren't really part of my build. I'm just kind of messing around with them right now. I really actually don't know what abilities to use other than Cyclone. Do I even need other abilities than Cyclone? I mean, I guess just movement abilities. Should I have more movement abilities? I mean, I guess maybe some kind of, I don't know, maybe some kind of, I guess like a curse or an aura or something would probably make the most sense, you know, I mean, but I just don't really know what specifically.
Let me bend your ear for a moment.
Oh, it's Bendy Ear. Hi, Vagan.
Even more full of yourself than last time, I see.
Huh?
The bigger the head, the badder the fall, my old man used to say.
Badder?
Walk around Rayclass with an attitude like that, and you're going to wind up in some Undying's larder. Allow me to arrange the beating of some sense back into you.
Whoa.
So here's how this works. You take a crack at me, your very best shot. I win, you die. You win,
right.
and
Very hostile, isn't he? Calling me a fathead and stuff. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You died in 5 hits.
Now here I was going on about your inflated head, but it was my head that got shrunk faster than a pair of testicles in an ice bath. I won't be underestimating you again in a hurry. Well now, don't the spirit of Duresso smile on you? I'm still his favorite, of course, but he's got plenty of love to go around. Speaking of sharing the love, come see me on your next jaunt into the San encampment. I reckon we've got some talking to do.
All right. Interesting way to say how his head shrank. I wouldn't know anything about testicles in an ice bath, so I've heard rumors, but I wouldn't know anything about that. So, okay, how does the Eternal Laboratory work now that there's not a bunch of acts? So is it already, like, can I use this already? Reverie device?
I awoke, feverish and barely conscious. I set to drawing these maps through the sable hours. By morning my fingers ached, my eyes burned, yet still I found no rest. The reverie commanded its rendering. The reverie device now stands completed. I've placed the first of my maps within its receptacle. I've taken my maiden voyage into Nightmare. I know now that which sent me this precious gift. It knows me, expects my return. It would be foolish to disappoint. Malachi.
Malachi hates to disappoint, doesn't he? Alright, well, I saw a letter over here. Nothing else right now, so let's look at Malachi's journal.
Tear down the walls that imprison the mind. That is what the gems do. That is their true virtue. The moment my fingertips brushed the cool, silken plains of that first gem, I felt it. My skull ached as if its contents were growing, pressing against the bone, searching for a way to break free. That night, once the wine had dulled the pain enough to allow the onset of sleep, the dreams began. I have not been without them since, nor would I be. Every spark of thaumaturgy that I wield, every device that I forge, every creature that I transfigure, I owe to these lessons cloaked in nightmare. From whence do these precepts hail? Certainly not the mundane grey between my ears. I possess only one reference that bears faith, translated with unquestionable clarity by that idiot savant, Isius Perandus, the beast. Duriani of the Val knew the truth. Soon now, so shall I.
And
Malachi.
the Val Empire didn't disappear, it fell apart, so not really sure if I would be chasing the I just wouldn't be doing that, but that's me and my sane mind, you know. Alright, well, I guess let's talk to our lovely Gemling Queen here. We were supposed to be looking for a tomb, but here she is, looking perfectly fine, perfectly alive.
You are not a cockroach. Strange. Inundated with cockroaches I am. Black ones, four limbs, nasty, spiky things. Are you spiky? If so, my ribbons will pluck your spines. Malachi liked spines. Liked my spine. Pretty spine. Bejeweled and bountiful. Enough to make an empire weep. Do you weep, not a cockroach? I do. Tears are infinite. Why, on this very day I found a new reason to cry. What is that you have? Not a cockroach. My ribbon spool. Those black ones wanted them, my ribbons. Wanted to wrap the city in black ribbons. Now they are my ribbons forevermore. Forevermore. I hate forever. I could tear happy ever after from bards' bleeding tongues. You're still here, not a cockroach. Oh, gratitude, yes. I should give you a token. Token? What token? This? Is this to your liking?
Dialla with the tokens. I could actually use a new necklace anyway. I've got like a cast speed one. I should probably get the rarity of items found since I'm doing SSF, and I hear that's such a glorious stat. Every single time I'm like, oh, rarity of items. You guys are like, hey, no, okay, I'm just teasing you guys, come on. I think I will grab the dexterity one just because I'm worried about having overleveled my green gems, and I have a dexterity amulet, so let's snag that one.
The cockroaches will come again. They want the twist. That cockroach emperor. The other bugs shout his name. Gravicius. Cross the river, squash the emperor cockroach in his nest. The bridge. It is barricaded. That spawns a tricky question. Questions. Questions. I asked too many questions. Chit has told me so. I asked where it all went. Our feculence. He made them show me. Under the river. The sewers from this side to that. Filthy, fetid tunnels like a rower's cloaca.
Ooh.
A black place. Crawling with the undying. Once beautiful and arrogant gemlings. Now the foul waste of the Empire. Fitting, isn't it? Apt. 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 I like you, not a cockroach. I like that you listen. It would annoy me if the Undying murdered you. Thaumatic sulfite. That's what you need. A nasty, nasty substance it is. Malachi had his slaves mine it. Carry it from northern mountains to the refinery by the docks. Ezamites, Marakath, Karui. It killed them all. Fevered the blood and scorched the mind. But you are clever, not a cockroach. You will keep it at arm's length. You will bring it to me so that I may make you something. An infernal tulk that will bring furious light to undying darkness.
Alright, Lady Dialla, one of... she, I didn't trust her at first, but she's an interesting character. I actually am quite fond of her now, so let's talk to her a little bit more about her Malachi.
I loved Malachi. He gave me gems, divine jewels for his Gemling Queen. For his dead queen. But I didn't want me dead. Malachi begged. For him, for the Empire. I chose me. Selfish me. The Empire died, and I live. I live, and live, and live, and live.
So, Malachi wanted her to do something, and she chose not to because she wanted to live, and like she says, that's all she does now is live, live, live in her little golden palace surrounded by her ribbons, being crazier than all hell.
I was the Emperor's favorite for a time, but Chitus had many favorites. He filled the scepter of God with favorites. Every now and then, he cleared away the clutter. Those who pleased him, they were given to his lords and generals. Those who did not were given to his thaumaturgists. I talked too much, asked too many difficult questions. I was gifted to Malachi. My dear, troubled Malachi.
Your Malachi. She actually does have a, gemmed up spine. I actually never noticed that, until she mentioned her spine, and you look at it and it is got, gold and gems on it. I mean, like a lot of her's got, look at her head. I don't see how she lifts her head with all this junk coming out of it, but yeah, alright.
Leave me, not a cockroach.
Alright, I'm getting out of here after I check out this necklace you gave me. Thank you for that. OMG, that is so much better than the garbage that I had. Physical damage to attacks, which is wonderful, goes with everything else I've got going on in my life. Some strength, could use more life. That 5 life is pretty pitiful, but more than the necklace that I have on now, which has a total of 0 life, so let's go ahead and just slap that on. And, I even guess the mana gained on kill isn't awful. Alright, let's look at what's with all these journal entries everywhere anyway.
Malachi, first Caso of Divini, 1329, I see. Pretty as porcelain, but her mouth spins like the potter's wheel. That's how I once described Dialla. Yet on this day, my lady is as ravishing as a nightmare, radiant as the fullest moon. Dialla is my Gemling Queen, and we shall rule side by side over the world that will soon come to be.
And yet, they're not side by side ruling. Alright, so I must travel to the docks, but before I do that, I need to unload some of my inventory here. It's piling up pretty darned bad, so... Oh, and Vagan's got something new to say to me too, huh? Alright, so... let's just get these shards. Getting a lot more currency. I was getting a little worried about my currency there, but it's getting better. Gosh, kind of got a crummy essence here, energy shield. I don't know if I'm really ever going to use that. I've got, I think I had some white quality gloves. I guess I could always throw it on a rustic sash too, if I ever wanted to use that recipe, but, it would be an energy shield belt is the thing, which I have absolutely no use for. I do have some, crummy gloves that are, slightly better than what I have. Just throw it on there, see what I get. Didn't hurt. Not like it was really anything I could use anyway, so whatever. I know I've really got to go clean my inventory out. I've been really letting it pile up. It's been a busy week. Haven't had a lot of time to play off camera. Oh, okay, she's got some new stuff to say. Everyone's got a few new things to say. Let me go ahead and use those, and let's talk about the Undying.
Stay out of the shadows. They bite.
Okay, easy enough. I don't know how I'm supposed
to
stay
out of the shadows.
I don't know how I'm supposed to stay out of the shadows, though.
Welcome.
I'm gonna get a prophecy.
An adversary, slain, briefly lives on in the lessons taught to the slayer.
Ooh, kind of like Headhunter, huh? Or something like that, I guess. I don't know. Never had... Okay, here, let's put that up, and look at this person's getup. They've got arms coming off the back of them. That looks cool. Alright, Vagan.
There's my favorite fighter. I've just been putting some finishing touches on a few martial bits and bobs. Rather nifty they are, if I do say so myself. In fact, I do believe I'm getting better at this frontier shopkeeper malarkey all the time. Certainly developing an eye for quality at any rate. Must be your good influence rubbing off me. So feel free to peruse my wares any time you like. Mates rates guaranteed.
Mates rates. I rate it 8 out of 8.
Elrion has his battles, and I have mine. Yet we fight for the same god.
I need to remember to go back to Act 1 and talk to Elrion, huh? Alright, let's see. You've got a bunch of Garboni. Don't lie to me. Look at your two-handed weapon. Look at that garbage. Look at that compared to my two-handed weapon. Mates rates, blah. Alright, Maramoa had
Tala.
something new. Hargan.
Hagen is a man of many claims, and those claims seldom dance harmoniously together. A lie is a death sentence in Ngamakanui, so I was raised a daughter of truth. Hagen is a son of self-interest. He's no warrior nor spirit singer. He's a Korangi. I don't know the right word in Oriathan, but in Karui it means he who wins wars with false promises.
Man, Karui, you're cool. I like him.
Traversing the sewers under the river. I should have thought of that myself. Yet the more of a picture you paint of that undying concoction in the sewers, the less I want to see it. If you manage to destroy it, expect a storm of undeath to descend upon you. The dark is their home, and there'd be nowhere more homely to the undying than a pitch-swathed drain under a river.
Nothing I'm not. I've already seen
Be
so
well.
many goofy things and been through so many horrors. What more can there be?
Hello.
Ooh, Clarissa has quite a few things
See
to
you.
say. I'll be right back with you. I want to talk to Grigor real quick.
The Gemling Queen? She's impossible. How did she survive? Why is she not one of the Undying? No, these questions can wait. There's a more pressing one. Is she safe from the Ebony Legion? You've been busy. With the spool back where it belongs, the ribbons should be able to keep the Ebony Legion at bay. We've both seen what they can do to a man. Whether you were saving your own skin or thinking of others, it matters little to me. You succeeded where I did not. You have stood in the presence of the Gemling Queen. I can only hope to meet her in my nightmares.
Yeah, all you have to do is take the waypoint over there, dude. She's actually not all that bad. Of course, I don't think she would like you very much. I think you would be definitely a cockroach or something. I don't know.
Maramoa's sure of herself, and that kind of surety gets you killed in Sarn. You and all those around you. Hagen's got the right idea. Don't believe in anything that you can't trade or eat.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that right there. Maybe I do. I guess being practical, especially given the way the world is always a good thing. Alright, Hargan.
I wouldn't rely on Hagen in a fight, and I wouldn't put too much faith in what he says. But he has one highly useful asset. His obsession with self-preservation. If Hagen deems you of use in keeping his fat self alive, he'll do almost anything for you.
Well, good to hear. And hey, self-preservation, and especially in this world, do you blame the guy? Alright, Gemlings.
Piety's a genius, sculpting mere human clay into divine gemlings. At least, that's what she told me when she opened me up and buried a virtue gem in my entrails. Malachi did the same in the name of the Emperor centuries ago. Chittis's gemlings still rule Sarn. We call them the Undying now.
Gems go in equipment, not in trails. This is what happens. It's not a good idea. Alright, General Gravicius.
I tried to penetrate the Solaris temple in the northeast. Almost got myself killed by the bloody ribbons that guard the place. Bizarre, floating tapestries they are. creatures of cloth and thaumaturgy. Fortunately, a few legionnaires got in the way. While the ribbons eviscerated them, I ran straight into Gravicius. He dragged me over the bridge to the Lunaris Temple in the west and put me in Piety's tender care. Didn't say a single word to me the whole time. I was nothing but a spoil of war to him.
Gosh, poor Grigor's been through hell. and
Tread
back.
carefully, Exile.
Alright, I guess Clarissa's cheered up enough about Tolman to talk
Yes.
to me. So let's see what all she has to say about everyone here. Maramoa.
Maramoa. I've heard that the Karui have this philosophy. Makanui, the way of the warrior. I don't think you could get any more Makanui than her. She took it upon herself to look after me, before Tolman arrived. Saved my skin more than once. I'm fine with that. Beats being on her bad side.
Or she could be more a warrior if she came and fought off people with me. I'm out there by myself, man. Come on. Alright, Hargan.
Hargan likes to think he was my kind old uncle back in Theopolis. Granted, the work he gave me saved my parents and I from starvation. This was after my father lost the family fortune at the card table, and we had to give up the manor in the country for a flea box in Theopolis. But he's not half as generous as he makes out. When Hargan gives you something, you can be damned sure that he's getting his pound of flesh in return.
Yeah, let's see. I gave him 3 platinum busts, and what did he give me? A book? He threw a book at me. To be fair, it's a pretty good book, but... Alright, Grigor.
No one should have to go through what Grigor has. I help him as much as he'll let me, but he's a proud one, and so he should be. He's survived what has destroyed too many of us.
Oh man, Clarissa's got like one of my favorite voice actors. I really think it's just so genuine. I really like her. Alright, Piety.
Halfway across the world, and yet the tie between Vanilla and I endures. That was Piety's real name back in Theopolis, before her rise to greatness. Vanilla sold her thaumaturgy in the day, her body at night. Sought after, she was, enough so to become one of my best buyers. But money never meant much to Vanilla. No, she was striving for something better, nobler. Used to tell me that life needn't be this hard. It's time you all realized that. I bet she fed Tolman the same bloody line.
So Vanilla, aka Piety, well, she's got loose morals, so to say, so no wonder she's, well, never mind. Alright, Piety's gems.
The blackguards talked about Piety's precious gems being infected with nightmare. Tolman, what did she do to you?
You don't want to know, man. You better be glad you didn't see it. Alright, Vanilla.
Vanilla was arrested for consorting with the unholy and condemned to the pyre. This was before the banishments. Dominus shared a last supper with her, heard her confession. Most think Vanilla earned Dominus's patronage on her back. I don't. Vanilla gave Dominus her better life and got a new name in return. You can count on one thing. Piety's grand future won't include the likes of you, me, or Tolman.
I kind of figured that out when I saw what happened to Tolman in the crematorium, dude. Alright, the Lunaris Temple.
You find a high enough spot and you can see the Lunaris Temple over the river, at the western edge of the city. Since the blackguards arrived, the clouds above that temple have been stained with the blackest of smoke. You can see it sometimes when the westerly blows. It stinks worse than death.
Yeah, the Lunaris Temple is probably one of the more grisly places in this game. Well, I haven't been through the new act, so I don't know yet. Alright, Cataclysm.
On the fall of the Empire, the historians are deathly silent. After the Purity Rebellion, the Kingdom of Kalm blockaded Oriath, preventing any trade or correspondence with the mainland. It's said that Kalm planned to invade. Only when the Karui retreated did Oriath get any news from Rayclast, but by that time there wasn't really anyone left to tell the tale.
Okay, statues.
I know. So strange that stone and metal should move and live as you and I. Still, I read that Titus's sculptors used to soften their materials with thaumatic sulfite, a byproduct of gem refining. It's the only connection that I can fathom between the cataclysm and the living sculptures of San.
So the sulfite is a product of gem refine. Oh, geez. So we're messing with some real messy business here, especially since that's what I'm going to the docks to do, huh? Alright, the Purity Rebellion.
Titus thought that the Gemling was the pinnacle of human progress. These glorious gems have brought us within spitting distance of godhood, he once said. The High Templar at the time, Fall of Thebris, thought they were a perversion. He wanted the Empire made pure, cleansed of the stain of thaumaturgy. You look at San and tell me which one you think was right. And while you're out there, look out for monkeys. No, not those bloody monkeys from Frisia. These ones are painted on the walls. I think you'll find them enlightening.
Alright, monkeys, well, got it. Alright, that was quite a bit of dialogue. I think I got everybody's.
What is it?
Oh, no, Maramoa has something to say about the Undying.
Citizens of San that was. The Undying have been around for hundreds of years. Left to their own devices, they're likely to survive for hundreds more. Still, they're not immune to mortality's touch. They can be killed, with some difficulty.
No difficulty here. What are you talking about?
There is nothing else.
Alright, that took a few minutes. Alright, so now I'm headed to the docks to get my sulfite and maybe I get... there we go. I don't know if I had a little lag spike there. Looks like maybe I did. Oh!
I think it's time to shed the dream of home. It's a little tight around the collar.
I like hitting one critter and instantly leveling up. That was pretty cool. Alright, so we got another little Harbinger dude here. Ooh, Orb of Alchemy. I'm very happy about that. Awesome. Alright, let me hang out in this corner here. So I got Wrecking Ball when I leveled up last, so I have more physical damage and attack speed and blah blah blah. Now I'm working my way toward Executioner, so finally filling out all of this. I know my leveling's been slow. I've been getting a lot of like dialogue and stuff the past few videos, you know, spending a lot of time in Act 3 and Act 2. Curious to see how much dialogue there'll be in the new acts. I'm wondering if they're just as packed. I'm kind of thinking they probably won't be, just because there'd be so much game otherwise. I don't see how they could have put a whole bunch of dialogue or story in a bunch of new acts, but I guess they would have had to, because then what would be the point in making a bunch of acts if you're not going to like do anything with them, right? Well, all in due time. Like I said, I'm just bummed that I haven't gotten to Oriath yet. I really I might try to pre-record a few videos because I really want to get to Oriath, but I've got to pack and do everything else, so it'll probably be a few days or a week or so before I actually get to Oriath because life's happening. Really blows. Plus, it's actually been kind of warm. I live in super North Canada, so when I say warm, it's like 65 degrees or so Fahrenheit. I think that's like, oh gosh, I don't know my Celsius. I still don't know my Celsius, so I can't really convert that. I think it's like in the low 20s or something. So it hasn't been like warm for here. It's been warm for here. It's not really warm for me because I'm from Texas. I'm used to, literally 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So, the weather's been nice for here. So I've also, spent some time with my doggies at the park and all that good stuff, trying to enjoy the 3 weeks of summer that I actually get. So my own fault for not being at Oriath now. Life's happening, I hate when I feel like life always happens whenever there's a new game expansion or something I want to do. I swear that's when life happens. I feel like it's been years since I've been able to like take off the day of a release of something and just play. You know, I used to do that all the time too. You know, a new expansion of an MMO or a game I really want to play, I always took the day off. You know, I'm sure a lot of people do too. I actually kind of wonder how many like days worth of productivity goes down the drain from people gaming out on days of or games when they have a new release. Alright, let's see, I got a Viridian Jewel, lightning something, alright. Cold and lightning resistance, life gained, mana, my other rings are just way too good, I think, so. I'm gonna try to look in every nook and cranny of the dock, because, I feel like I always end up missing that soul fight, and I always end up having to run around all over the place anyway, so I'm probably gonna run around all over the place anyway, so gosh, oh, here we go. Lucky, I actually went right to it. I feel pretty happy about that. Alright, so now I can just probably leap around until I find the waypoint here. I'm assuming they still have the waypoint here, and the other quest, the little side quest here, I'm sure that hasn't changed at all, so I think I'll probably just be able to beeline to wherever it is, probably on the complete opposite side of the map, so I'm just gonna... Oh, hey, another Harbinger. Gosh, I swear I've been seeing more and more of these. Not that I'm complaining, I'm very happy, I'm glad, but... Ooh, this one's kind of weird, too. Alright, there we go. I thought that might have been a new one. Alright, getting a few more of these shards. Alright, leveled that up. I haven't even used this vault. Let me go ahead and use it there. Why not? Have some fun with it. But to say, I don't even think I've used this thing once. Didn't last very long. I probably kind of wasted it. I'm such a baddie. Alright, ancient graffiti. Can I... Oh, I have to... Alright. Ooh. Okay, there we go.
The Monkey King names you slave. No. You are the gems of Rayclast, not the treacherous stones you dig and die for. It is time to bend the Monkey King's ear. Tell him your true name.
Jeez. People were trying... Someone was trying to inspire others, wasn't he? Alright, so... Okay, maybe I need... The waypoint is this way? Like I said, I can't imagine that they... Oh, yep, here it is. Waypoint is right there. And look at that. Fairgraves. Ooh. Look how pink this is. Is this a sunset or something? It's very pretty. Wow. Alright, Fairgraves, what you doing here? You look a little chained up, buddy. What's got you tied up?
Now there's a familiar face. Before you say anything, yes, I did try to kill you. Inexcusable. I allowed pragmatism to overcome honor in a moment of desperation. Please accept my deepest apologies. And what do you say? Can the two of us make a fresh start? Marvelous! Now, as you've clearly noticed, the All-Flame has given me another respite from oblivion. Alas, it's a partial success only. I am neither man nor spirit, living nor dead. A state that comes with some rather frustrating restrictions. I know we've only just been reacquainted, but to put no finer point on it, I need your help.
Go on.
Interested, are we? Oh, splendid! In return, I have a gift or two that I may bestow upon you with a click of my translucent fingers. All you need do is furnish me with a crystal decanter and a juicy piece of fruit. Two humble items that remain agonizingly out of reach for a man in my peculiar situation.
Alright, Fairgraves, let's talk to you a little bit. I don't know if I really want to help you again, but... Alright, Decanter Spiritus.
I'm sure you've heard of Malachi by now. Ever the heterodox, he sought otherworldly inspiration by imbibing a substance called ghost wine. For the purpose, he created the Decanter Spiritus.
I found it on my last visit here. Liquid placed in this crystal decanter becomes quasi-apparitional in nature. I'm sure you can glean the decanter's usefulness to me. Conventional liquids simply don't hit the spot. I am one sorely parched revenant. I hid the decanter spiritus in the marketplace, so as not to cause temptation for the less morally steadfast in my crew. Look to the carven heraldry there, and find a lion dancing upon the waves.
Okay. Alright, so I think Malachi must have been wasted 24/7 from what I can tell from journals and other NPCs or something. Alright, how about the plum?
Emperor Chittus was stabbed in the posterior by his own Lord Mayor on the eve of the Purity Rebellion. Chittus's grieving gemlings buried him in the Imperial Gardens, and a plum tree was planted upon his resting place, so that his mourners might taste of his glory for years to come. I found that tree, and one of my men tasted its fruit. I've never seen so much agony crammed into such a brief moment. This may seem a peculiar request, but please bring me one of Chittus's plums.
In the mood for something awful tasting. Alright, a resurrection.
This current form comes with rather frustrating restrictions. It's a small improvement on my last incarnation, but I'm a man who used to poke his sticky beak into the furthest corners of the world. Now I can barely cross the road. It was no mean feat getting here from Siren's Cove, I can tell you. So here's the truth of it. I intend to sup upon mine own death. Oh, fear not. The All-Flame will resurrect me, and with luck, will restore my full freedom. But for that to happen, I must die. And in such a manner as to excite the All-Flame to utmost ferocity. I am convinced that only the fruit of Chittus can provide a demise of sufficient tragedy. Life is full of painful choices, is it not?
So, Fairgraves, I never actually got to quite finish like all of his dialogue for when I turned this in because I was fighting something. So I'm kind of curious after he offs himself with this plum and spirit or ghost wine. Are we gonna see him in the new acts? Or is he going to make another appearance? You know, I wonder how the heck he even got here in the first place. He said it wasn't easy, but I want to know the specifics. Alright, the Undying.
I visited Sarn some 30-odd years ago. Those ghasts, the Undying, you call them, scurried up from the sewers near the river and slaughtered all but a few of my most stalwart lads. Oh, they're a foul parody of humanity, those Undying. Nothing in common with a fine, upstanding revenant like myself.
Upstanding. Yep. Upstanding. Probably gonna betray me again or something, right? Nah. Alright, so I'm back to the Solaris Temple for now, and I'm going to turn in this soul fight to Lady Dialla here. Oh, looks, the Eternal Laboratory flipped. It was, well, actually, I guess the whole room flipped. Anyway.
You have Thaumatic Soul Fight? You are a resourceful unbug now, aren't you? Give it to me. I was all eyes and ears when Malachi worked. I know exactly what to do. A dash of arcanity, a pinch of insanity, a whisper of profanity, and the infernal talc is now ready.
That was easy enough, if everything were only so easy. A virtue gem is a raging thunderstorm imprisoned within a single raindrop. Infernal talc simply lets the storm out. Malachi. Let's talk about it.
It's the most explosive of powders. A sprinkle, the gentlest of dustings of infernal talc, will provoke gems to a molten rage. For the Undying, the very sun will rise within their flesh. They will burn for their sins, not a cockroach. They will burn
Oh boy, you sound a little too excited
Leave
about all
me,
this.
not a cockroach.
I am. I'm getting out of here. Calm down. Alright, so back to the one and only sewers. I love these sewer changes so much. Like, forget about the new act. Forget about Cyclone. This was the best thing they could have done. I'm joking. Alright, and there it goes. Quest complete. Alright, now I have the way through. Now I'm going to go Sever the Right Hand, a quest I'm very, very excited to do because it's going to give me a very, very nice reward, something I've been waiting for far, far, far too long. So, going up, grabbing the waypoint, and let's kill General Gravicius. He shouldn't be too far from the waypoint here. I'm just going to hop right over to him because I just can't wait to go poke him in the eye or something. Alright, moseying along. Are we here yet? Nope, maybe a little bit further. Where's his tent? Is he right here? Oop, is he in the trunk? There he is. Nope, that's a chromatic orb. Alright, here he is, I believe. Yep.
Duelist. Your soul was lost long ago.
Uh-huh. Soul lost long ago, right.
I fought for God. Who do you fight for, exile?
I fight for myself. Alright, let's run back to town. I am way too excited.
Dying in battle. The only honorable thing you've ever done, Gravicius.
Yeah, you tell him, Duelist. You tell him. Let him know about him. Let him know who's really honorable there. Alright, Maramoa, lay it on me.
You are the true spirit of Makoru, the shark. Not the cowardly beast that sinks its teeth into the lonely swimmer. You strike the Waikoama, the canoe, spilling a feast of men into the water. Hunters turn hunted that you dine on at your pleasure. Have this, Makoru.
Oh, thank you. Here it is. Cyclone. Super excited. Hold on. I'm not even ready to talk to you right now, so I'm gonna slide faster attacks out of Cyclone, and I don't need Sunder anymore, so I'm gonna take that off. Now, you know, I don't have my little information pulled up next to me, so I don't quite remember which supports I was supposed to use. I know that someone left me a very sweet and long, detailed build guide. I just, like I said, don't have it pulled up at the moment. So, main, physical, I could try Ruthless for funsies. Chance to bleed would kind of go with my silly bleeding axe. Alright, well, just for now, I know it's not the best. Why don't I use Ruthless? I'm not even really sure how Ruthless would work with Cyclone, but I've been waiting for this for a really long time, so I'm really, really excited to have Cyclone, and I'm gonna go try it out in like 2 seconds here after I dump my inventory. Alright, let's, I guess I probably need to finish talking to everybody. I think, yeah, Grigor's got a quest, but I want to go Cyclone stuff. I'm like an impatient child.
Despite everything else you've done, to let piety live is to threaten the existence of every living thing on this continent. Look to the west of Gravicius's camp. You'll find piety in the Lunaris temple, cowering behind her desecrations.
Alright, so to the west. Alright,
Goodbye.
I really don't feel like collecting more dialogue right now just because I've already done that for like most of this. I really want to go play with Cyclone, so I think I'm going to go over to the Imperial Gardens and do the hedge maze. So, alright, I am slow as hell. I didn't realize I was going to be so slow with this. Okay, it seems to last a really long time. So, yeah, I probably should have done Creighton's reward with the, movement speed. Oh my gosh, this is so wacky looking. I like it. So, I guess the way it used to work, if I, like, walked into this, fence here, I would have fallen over. I guess? I don't know. Alright, so I'm seeing about these mana troubles here, so I think I will probably get Spirit Void, because I feel like I'm probably gonna want maybe, gosh, like 2 speedy flasks if I'm this slow. I didn't realize I would be quite this slow with Cyclone. Of course, you know, I just got the gem, it's not leveled up, so that's part of the problem, I'm guessing. But, I don't know, I kind of almost feel like Sunder was better at this point because of how...
You die rather well.
How goofy and kind of slow this is. I'm guessing it probably gets better as I level up, and I probably need some better support gems and just better equipment stuff with like movement speed, and I'm guessing ascending will probably help with this a lot too. It feels kind of slow right now, and I kind of feels a little like kind of unresponsive, like when I'm moving my mouse around. I don't know if maybe there's a better... I probably don't need to hold it down like I'm doing. I think I'm playing too much like I did my Whirlwind Barbarian in Diablo 3, and I don't think I'm supposed to do that. I think I probably just need to gather things, spin, run, gather things, spin, run, maybe kind of thing, instead of continuously spinning to win. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to probably, I guess I should have probably watched the... I guess I'll watch a video of the build, and ooh, that water is really pretty, and get a better idea of actually how to play it properly, because it feels kind of like, yeah, this feels kind of slow. I don't know, like I said, if that's just a right now thing. It probably is, so yeah, I'm kind of getting the hang of it, I think. Just need to run in, throw myself around a little bit and keep going. Maybe my... I don't know about this. I was kind of hoping this would be a lot more awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like a little underwhelmed by it. I don't know. I feel like this is a me problem. I feel like it's not bad. I feel like it's definitely a me problem. It's definitely a me problem. And probably a level problem too, so definitely need to look into getting like some movement speed stuff. I think that's going to be like the most important thing to making this kind of fun. And then like isn't it weapon range that I need or something? Oh my. None of these are superior, are they? I don't think they are. Let me take a quick gander. Let's see. 30% less movement speed, 50% more attack speed. First hit deals 50% less damage, deals 45% base damage. Damage enemies around you, then perform a spinning series. Cannot be supported by multi-strike. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do to make this a little bit more awesome. I know my support gems aren't right either. I know I need to fix those, and I'll try to do that when I get back from the trip that I'm going on. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess this is okay. It's not really all that bad. It's just feels a little slow with the movement speed reduction, and yeah, maybe leveling up the gem a little bit will make it a lot better. But right now I do feel like Sunder was quite a bit better, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not trying to complain so much. I forgot about the library. I'm gonna have to do that too. I'll probably save that for next time. I honestly just want to go look for the hedge maze right now. I've kind of had my fill of dialogue today. I feel like I've gotten quite a bit for now. I really just kind of want to play and try out Cyclone and run around aimlessly because I can't find the hedge maze. Like, I mean, is the hedge maze... It is still here, right? Yeah, I think so. That one of these is the library. The other is the Scepter of God, which I think I'm going to accidentally end up going to. I think this is probably the Scepter of God that I'm walking toward right now. And nope, that's the hedge maze. Ah, how good it feels to be wrong all the time. Alright, so why don't I do this real quick and do the trial and all of that good stuff. Starting to get more of these portal scrolls. It kind of felt like they were a rare commodity for a while there. I didn't have very many. Alright, get these guys. What's in here? Nothing? Nothing. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to trash talk this. I'm not trying to. I just feel like I'm doing something kind of wrong with Cyclone because I don't know, it's just not really what I expected. I don't know really how to say it. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, which I know my support gems are definitely wrong, so I'll have to fix those. And I don't know, I guess probably, yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this. Sunder kind of felt a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to definitely get to the Spirit Void. I didn't realize, I mean, I knew it was gonna be bad on mana, I just didn't realize how bad.
A leader cannot simply stride forward into the future and expect his people to be able to follow. A leader must look over his shoulder so that he can witness and understand the consequences of the path he has chosen. To ensure that his people are still with him, to ensure that he has not become lost.
Alright, I like how I finished that before I even finished getting the dialogue there from the monograph. And look, another Vol side area. I got to do one right before I started recording. Unique boss deals 15% increased damage. Ruh-roh. Alright, well, I've been getting, like, is anyone else getting, like, tons of Vol areas in their playthroughs? Like, I feel like I'm getting way more than I ever saw, or maybe I'm just noticing them more? I'm not really sure. Alright, so we got someone throwing little snowballs at me over here. Whee! I feel really silly and slow. Yeah, I definitely think I should have gotten Creighton's reward. I guess there's probably a way I can change rewards. I didn't know that the movement speed would be this bad. I really didn't. I thought the physical damage was the way to go. I thought this would be... I really didn't think it'd be this bad, I guess. Alright, well... Let's see what I got. Vol Haste. I already have a Vol Haste. This is my second Vol... I have it equipped right now. I have 2 Vol Hastes. My gosh. All these crazy Vol gems that I'm getting. Alright, a Vol letter. Our queen has demanded we look into the gems for our salvation. We see ourselves reflected in those facets twisted beyond recognition. Adziri and her chasing her immortality. Alright, well, I guess the plum's in the hedge maze, right? I kind of forget if it's in the hedge maze or the garden. I think it's in the hedge maze here, isn't it? I probably should have paid better attention. I think it's in here, so, yep, I see a little question mark right here, so if not this, then something else. I don't know. Alright, spinning to win here. I don't know, it's getting a little bit better now that the gem's leveled up a little bit. I think that's probably just what it is, that I haven't leveled up Cyclone enough. Yeah, it's probably going to get better as I level it up, I'm thinking, so I definitely want to make sure I'm good on the dexterity. Alright, here's my plum. Chittis's plum, as succulent as blood, as sweet as power. Now I need to find the decanter, but I'm out of time, so I'm going to just go and head back and, oh gosh, I guess I'm almost high enough level to do the labyrinth now, and I've finished up all of the trials, see? Alright, well, I won't do that now. I'm going to give it a few more levels. I'm at least going to finish Act 3, I think, before jumping in there, and probably part of Act 4. I don't think I'm going to finish Act 4 before I go do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyways, guys, this might be my last video for a few days since I'm going on my trip. I might try to pre-record a few if I have the time, but Alright guys, well thanks so much for watching me play Path of Exile. I finally got Cyclone. I want to say I like it. It's probably going to get better as I level it up, yada yada yada. So yeah, thanks again for watching guys, and bye for now.